Hi everyone, I hope you're all well. In this little video I'd like to share with you some photographs from a wonderful pre-wedding photo shoot in Cambridge recently. All of the pictures are taken with my Fujifilm X-T4 camera and my 35mm f1.4 lens. We met in the morning on Silver Street in Cambridge. It was towards the end of the second period of lockdown restrictions in England, so the city was unusually quiet, especially for a Saturday. As we took pictures at the backs behind King's College, we could see a beautiful mist across the fields and the river in the distance. The skies were thick with grey clouds, and I could barely have pointed to where the sun was hiding. Everywhere the light was soft and subdued. If there's a strong sun in the sky, it can be used to make quite dramatic, contrasty pictures. There might be bold, geometric shadows, or a strong backlight that separates the subject from the background. But on this day, everything appeared more delicate, and there was little need to consider the sun. That gave us a lot of freedom to shoot wherever and in whatever direction we wanted. However, in such conditions, it doesn't mean you entirely stop looking for light. It's just that the differences you notice are more subtle. I was mostly searching for simple, darker backgrounds that would act as a contrast to the gentle light that we had. For a couple of hours we explored the Cambridge University Botanic Garden, choosing the beautiful leaves of one plant after another as a setting for our pictures. I'm very happy with the delicate colours in the shots, and I love how it's matched by Patricia and Michael's often daydreamy and nonchalant expressions. Looking back, I have learned so much over the years from so many people I've photographed. It's often said that portrait photography is a collaboration between the subject and the photographer. Today was an exemplar of that. Patricia shared ideas for the shoot and shared some inspiring pictures that set the tone for these images. Sometimes we'd simply copy a pose or two that had inspired us, but mostly it was the combined atmosphere and style of a dozen or so pictures that gave us our lead. Many of the pictures were decades old and shot on film. A disproportionate number seemed to feature sullen Serge Gainsbourg and the sultry Jane Birkin. Smiles were few and far between, which felt quite refreshing. It's lovely to have inspiration and explicit permission not to take lots of happy, smiling pictures. Not that I have anything against the right smile. There were lots of those just split seconds away from even the most dreamy of these pictures. It was simply great fun, and I must acknowledge how much I loved using the X-T4 and 35mm 1.4 lens. It's a wonderful combination. Really, the lens attached to any camera is a wonderful combination, but the X-T4 really was a joy to use. If it's of interest to anyone, I just used the back LCD screen to frame the pictures. Without the glare of a summer sun, I could frame and set the exposure with it perfectly. With the camera held out in front of me on my neck strap, I could see the world through my own eyes and not just a little electronic viewfinder. It might even have felt better than looking through my Nikon SLR. Maybe I'll try it in the sunshine one day and see how I fare. I must also say that some of my favourite pictures from the day are not even shown here. At the couple's request, I took a few rolls of film, a roll of Tri-X 400 and also Portra 400, but I'll save those pictures and my thoughts about that for another time. Thank you as always for watching. It would be wonderful if you'd consider subscribing. It really helps the channel to grow. See you all very soon. Thanks again.